my best friend. Didn't care about the rules, good on the weekends. I'll be in fools, drifting to deep space. So brave and so stupid, just like the movies.
Hey guys, and welcome back to another Sunday meal prep video, and this is also Vlogmas, so hopefully I can keep up with doing Vlogmas every day this year. We shall see. I will do my best. And if you are new here, my name is Jennifer. I am 46 years old, almost 47 years old. I've been doing WW for a little over 2 years now. Kind of been maintaining my weight for the past several months. I kind of think that I'm at my set weight, which I'm at a good size. I'm, in like the mid 140s, and I'm wearing basically mediums, size 4s, things like that. So pretty happy with my diet slash lifestyle. It's really more of a lifestyle for myself and my husband. One thing that really got us into this lifestyle was doing these meal preps, and that's how I started my YouTube channel, because we were doing all of these Sunday meal preps to prepare ourselves for the week. And I do find that that is probably the number one thing that has helped me be successful. My husband does not do Weight Watchers, however he still eats the food. There's nothing special about the food. It's not diet food per se, it's really more pre-portioned foods that I prepare. And I do try to use things like cauliflower in place of rice sometimes eat regular rice. I like my carbs just as much as anything else. But anyway, if you are interested and like these types of videos, I would love it if you would click that subscribe button down below, become part of the family. That way you don't miss any of my videos. I typically upload at least 3 videos per week. Hopefully this month you will see a whole lot more of them, because it is Vlogmas. Also follow me over on Instagram. I will leave my Instagram handle for you here on the screen. And I also have a really great Facebook group. It is called Finding Our Way. This is the icon to that Facebook group, and there is a direct link down in the description box to that Facebook group. And speaking of the description box, I will have all of the recipes and or links to the recipes. I don't think I have links today. I think I will have all of the recipes typed out. So that will all be in the description box below. And then I have also been linking the recipe from my WW app down there. So if you are truly on Weight Watchers, that only works if you are on Weight Watchers, then you can import that into your WW app, and it should recalculate the points based on your personal points. So I have found that that is the best way to share points. If you are not on WW, then you will not be able to use that import. You will just have to plug it in your app yourself. But anyway, with all that being said, we are going to jump straight into the video. First, I'm going to go over what I'm going to prepare today. So we are doing repeat meals, mostly because it was almost midnight Friday night when I realized, the Friday after Thanksgiving, that I hadn't even thought about my groceries or anything and needed to get my grocery order in ASAP so that I could get it picked up on Saturday. So what I did was just decide to make some spaghetti. I'm going to do zoodles. Charlie's going to eat up the rest of the Fiber Gourmet linguine that we have, because we have almost a full bag of that. So that will be his spaghetti for the week. I'm going to do zoodles for mine. I am going to spend some points on my marinara sauce. I'm going to kind of do some tomato sauce in there, but I do have a jar of the Rayo's marinara that I will use. I think that ends up making it like, I don't know, about 3 points per serving or so. I can't remember exactly. And I am going to make my 2-ingredient garlic rolls. Those are delicious. Charlie loves those. He's actually going to the store right now to get some of the non-fat Greek yogurt, because that was one thing that Kroger left out of my order yesterday because they did not have the non-fat. So he's going to pick that up because he definitely wants his garlic rolls, and actually so do I, but let's not tell him how much I really love them. And then for the other meal, we are going to do the Kung Pao Chicken. The last Asian meal that I made, I think, was the shrimp one, and I wasn't 100% in love with that one. So we are going back to the basics, back to what we know, back to what we love. So we are doing the Kung Pao Chicken with the vegetables and the cauliflower fried rice, which is a great way to get cauliflower in. It does not taste like cauliflower, so if you are afraid of it, I would highly suggest using this. There's a fried rice seasoning packet that I use. Can't even tell it's cauliflower. And then we also like to eat the chung spring rolls and the Thai pie pot stickers along with that, which we will just do in the air fryer on the nights that we have that meal. And then for dessert this week, we are going to have our chocolate peanut butter cookies. So I'm bringing those back this week. It's been a minute since I've had them with the holidays and everything, and doing a lot of pumpkin stuff. So definitely in the mood for just some cookies this week. So kind of back to the basics, and I think that's it. So without further ado, let's just get into the video. Alrighty, it is time for me to get in the shower for Charlie to start his prep. So for the Kung Pao chicken, he's going to dice up 3 of these chicken breasts. He will just trim up the other 2 and put them in the freezer. And then of course we have my normal, oh, we got a cat here. Hello, Mr. Nico. Let's get off the food. We have the pineapples, cantaloupe, which I'm a little worried this might be a little sketch. We shall see. You know, in the wintertime it's hard with the fruit. We've got some blueberries. It looks like somebody took some out of that package, if I do say so myself. But anywho, that's what they gave me. And then we have my 3 bell peppers as normal to dice up for my for my eggs and for my pizzas. And then my tomatoes. So I think that is all of Charlie's prep for the day. Since for the spaghetti, there's really no prep. I do have the zucchini, and we will just zoodle that up fresh on the nights that we have pizza. On the nights that we have spaghetti, and heat that up in the microwave. And yeah, I think everything else, we have ground turkey and ground beef to make our spaghetti sauce. So I think this is all Charlie has to prep today. So it should be quick and easy. He is going to have to make a run to the store because if y'all watch my grocery haul video, Kroger was out of the Chobani 9-pack Greek yogurt, and I don't have enough to make my fruit dip and the garlic rolls. I don't have enough to make either one of them. I've actually barely got 1 little container, so he's got to go pick 2 of those up. But he's going to get this prepped, and I'm going to jump in the shower, so we'll roll into his prep now.
That's something, baby, that I can go without, just like a poison in me. You're all that I'm about, loving the highs, don't mind the lows. It's getting out of my control. I want that something, baby, 'cause I can go without. Mama used to tell me love ain't right if it ain't easy, but I'm in too deep to walk away from you. Papa used to tell me love should never drive you crazy, but I lose my mind if you don't get his suit. I'm addicted to your love, to your love, your love. I'm never gonna get enough. I'm a sucker for your love, for your love, your love. I'm never gonna get enough. You can end it, say it's over, but I'm never going sober. I'm addicted to your love, to your love, your love. I'm never gonna get enough of your love. I want your love. I need your love, 'cause I'm never gonna get enough. Can't say I'm hurting, baby, but I don't feel too good. It's like I'm burning lately when you're not in my blood. Loving the highs, don't mind the lows. It's getting out of my control. I need your loving, baby. It's all I'm thinking of. Mama used to tell me love ain't right if it ain't easy, but I'm in too deep to walk away from you. Papa used to tell me love should never drive you crazy, but I lose my mind if you don't get his suit. I'm addicted to your love, to your love, your love. I'm never gonna get enough. I'm a sucker for your love, for your love, your love. I'm never gonna get enough. You can end it, say it's over, but I'm never going sober. I'm addicted to your love, to your love, your love. I'm never gonna get enough of your love. I want your love.
Okay guys, I have my pineapple, my cantaloupe, and my blueberries. We're going to get them in the bowls real quick and try to get on this meal prep. It is already after 1 o'clock, so I am late as usual. But I'm going to try to see if I can meal prep in 2 hours today. So it is 1:33 actually, so we shall see. That means I need to be done by 3:30. So let's get at it.
Let's drink up, you does look like big fun. Come on, let's get it on. Like that Marvin Gaye song. I'm stunning, you love it. Come on, give me something. I know that you want it. Come on, give me something. The night is young and so are we. So maybe you should leave with me. The night is young and so are we, baby. The night is young, so let's have some fun. If you love me right, yeah, this could be the summer of our lives now, honey. Give it to me like you know you should.
here are my 7 containers of fruit, yogurt, the tomato that Charlie sliced for me for my sandwiches this week, and my diced peppers. So I'm going to put this away, and then we are going to get started. You know, I may do the Kung Pao chicken first. Sometimes I put the hardest thing off to the end, and then I regret it. And the Kung Pao chicken is actually easy to make, but for the spaghetti, I really only have to make spaghetti sauce and Charlie's noodles. So I consider that an easier meal. So we will do the Kung Pao chicken, and then we will do the spaghetti, garlic rolls, and cookies. Okay, real quick, before we do the Kung Pao chicken, I forgot until I looked in the refrigerator and saw the 2 packs of ground turkey breast. But I am completely out of my turkey burgers. I don't know if y'all watched my Saturday vlog grocery haul video where I almost knocked myself out yesterday getting the Ninja Foodie out. But I realized after all of that I was completely out of my turkey burgers that I always have in the freezer. So I'm going to go ahead and get this mixed up. What I'm going to do is 2 tablespoons of this Thule's Southern Style barbecue seasoning and rub. Or barbecue rub and seasoning, and this you have to order from the lady. I can give you the email address if you want to order it. I think it's about $6. And another seasoning that I like to use in it, if you don't have that, is the tomato basil Mrs. Dash, if that will focus. This one is really good too. I don't add any salt and pepper or anything, just 2 tablespoons of either one of those seasonings. Mix it up really well into the ground turkey, and then I'm going to form it into 4 patties, and then Charlie will grill it on the grill for me. And then I just individually bag them and have them in the freezer, and then whenever I get ready to eat them, I can take it out, nuke it in the microwave, and then I put it in the skillet and fry it for just a minute or so on each side. Easy peasy, and then I have a good little turkey burger to go along with my sweet potato fries. So I'm going to bend you down here. My turkey open, which this is actually the turkey that I bought yesterday. The one that I'm going to use for my spaghetti sauce is actually going to be one that I got out of the freezer, which it looks a little funky, but she needs to be used. So okay, so I'm just going to do 2 tablespoons of this seasoning, and again I love it with the tomato basil as well. So there we go, just 2 tablespoons of the seasoning, and then I'm just going to mix it up and form it into 4 patties. Then to measure it out, or to form the little patties, I just like to use this little hamburger press. So I'm going to spray it on both sides, and we're just going to do about 4 ounces because it's a 16-ounce package. Of course, it doesn't really matter. Turkey is 0 for me, but if I want them even, it's easier for me to measure. There we go, 4 ounces exactly. And there we go. We got a perfect little patty. Just going to put it on this paper plate, and then he will take it out and cook them on the grill. The 4 patties are ready. I will show them to you after he gets them grilled up. Alright, I am ready to get started on the Kung Pao chicken with the stir-fry veggies and the cauliflower fried rice. So for the Kung Pao chicken, I'm basically just going to salt and pepper it, season it up with some ground cumin and chili powder. That's optional if you don't want to do that, but what makes it good is this Kung Pao stir-fry sauce. I'm hoping this is enough. This is the open container. I do have an extra, of course, in the cabinet. For the vegetables, I'm probably going to steam these in the microwave for a little while, and then I will put them in a skillet on the stove. Eventually, I will mix it in with the chicken at the end, kind of, but I'm going to cook the chicken separate, and then I will mix the veggies in with it. And then for the cauliflower fried rice, I am going to use 3 packs of cauliflower, this seasoning packet for the fried rice flavor, an egg, and some soy sauce, and some minced garlic. So let me kind of get everything set up, get my skillets out and everything, and we will get this done. Okay, we are going to get started with the chicken. I have the stir-fry veggies warming up in the microwave, and then I will just add those to the chicken once they are softened and the chicken is done. So for the chicken, Charlie has already diced it up into little bite-sized pieces. That is 3 chicken breasts. Now, as far as sharing the personal points and everything, I will have the recipes linked below. I will probably just have a pound of chicken listed in the recipe because it is 0 points for me. Of course, you need to adjust that if your chicken is not zero, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So I think importing the recipes is great, but you also need to go through it and change anything that doesn't exactly add up to whatever you are cooking if you decide to make this meal. And I do suggest you make it. It's delicious. So we're just going to salt and pepper the chicken on that side, pop it in, and do the same on this side. And it will take a minute to get to cooking, but it really doesn't take that long. We're going to go ahead and add in some ground cumin and chili powder. Again, this step is optional, but y'all know we like things a little spicy. And then I'm going to measure out 7 servings, which is 14 tablespoons of the Kung Pao sauce. And so it is 35 grams per tablespoon. So I think that comes out to 245. Okay, so yeah, so 245 grams, which is pretty much 1 cupful. It should almost fill up this cup. But that way I have the Kung Pao sauce ready. And I'm hoping that I have enough. If it doesn't look like I'm going to, I will probably have to open the other container. We'll see. I'm going to put the lid on. I've got 217 and see if I can get another 30 grams out of it. I hate to open another container. I don't need it just yet. We'll come back to that. Maybe some more will come down in the bottle. So we've got our chicken cooking now. Let me move y'all. We're going to go ahead and get the cauliflower starting to soften up. So we're just going to spray that. And we're going in with 3 bags of the Green Giant cauliflower medley. You can use any rice cauliflower, it doesn't matter. And I do like to break it up before I put it in there, so that it's not just in one big clump. It's 1, 2, and 3. And we are just going to salt and pepper that and put the lid on. I actually need to turn it on. And then once it's softened up, we will also go in with some chili powder, ground cumin, and, or no, I can't remember if that goes in that or not. I need to look at the recipe because I forgot I've got the fried rice seasoning packet to put in there. I just always assume that I put ground cumin and chili powder and everything. So I'm going to put the lid on this so that it will soften up. Okay, so our chicken is coming along nicely. I got another 17 grams out of the Kung Pao sauce, so we're pretty close. I'm not going to open the other jar. I'm just going to see how much more I can get out of it. I'm going to let it still sit there upside down. I'm basically going to cook the chicken until it can kind of get a little crispy on the outside edges. It's probably about done, but I like my chicken nice and crispy. And let's check on our rice. And I do not add the ground cumin and stuff into here. It's literally just minced garlic, the fried rice seasoning packet, salt and pepper, and then an egg and the soy sauce, which I'm going to go ahead and get my egg and soy sauce ready. Okay, so the chicken is done now. I'm going to go ahead and add in my Kung Pao sauce, most of it. I'm going to save a little bit when I mix in the veggies. I will just add that in as well. I'm going to let this cook for a few minutes while we kind of get the fried rice together. So for the fried rice, we are going to go in with a teaspoon of minced garlic. I'm going to do a big teaspoon of minced garlic right in there. And then we are going in with 4 tablespoons of soy sauce that I have measured out here. And then we are going to put the fried rice seasoning packet in, the whole packet. And we're going to mix this up and let it cook for a couple of minutes. And then we are going to scramble the egg and add in there to it. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and add in my stir-fried vegetables. I just heated them in the microwave. I kind of drained the water off of them, or as much of it as I could. And I'm going to put in the rest of the Kung Pao sauce. And we're just going to add a little extra salt and pepper for the veggies. And probably just another little bit of ground cumin and chili powder, just to be on the safe side. Ha. And we are just going to mix all of this up, and then I'm just going to turn the temp down. And just let this finish cooking. And we are ready to finish up the fried rice as well. So for the fried rice, to do the scrambled egg, I'm going to push all of the rice over to one side. And then we are going to put the egg, which I've already cracked in a bowl, over here. and just let it scramble like you would a normal egg. And then we will mix it into the rice. And just like that, that egg is scrambled. We are just going to mix it all up together. I'm going to turn the heat down. And of course, if you didn't want to add the egg, you don't have to. And also, if you didn't want to use cauliflower, you could just use regular rice. Just already like pre-cooked jasmine rice would be good. Okay, so I think both of these are just about done. We will be ready to plate up here in just a minute. I'm just going to let these finish up and clean up, and then we're going to plate them up. Okay, I am ready to plate up. This is the fried rice. I'm going to put it in the bottom, and then I'm going to put the chicken and veggies on top. This end I will leave empty for my pot stickers and spring rolls for the nights that we eat it. It's so convenient. So we are just going to eyeball this. The fried rice, I think, comes out to either 0 or 1 point. I think overall the whole meal is 2 points. So a very low point meal. That's why I can splurge and have my spring roll and pot stickers that I like. All of the rice divided. Now we are going to go ahead and just do the same with the chicken and veggies. Here is the completed fried rice, cauliflower fried rice with the Kung Pao chicken and the stir-fry veggies. This is such a delicious low point meal, highly suggest it. And then we do like to pair it with the chunk spring rolls and the pot stickers, which I will pull those out and set them out at the end whenever I kind of show all of my food so that you know which brand it is. That's one of the questions I always get, but I do always try to show it in these meal prep videos. So watch to the end and then you will see the exact brand of pot stickers and spring rolls that we like to use. And here are my completed turkey burgers that Charlie cooked on the grill. I'm just going to let these cool completely and then just put them in an individual Ziploc bag in the freezer. And then, like I said, they will be ready for me to just pull out and make a quick meal. Okay guys, update. It is 3:44. I am not going to make my 3:30 time because we still have to do the spaghetti. I have to make the garlic rolls and my cookies still. So it's going to be 4:30 or 5 before I'm done. But that's the way the day goes. I have been doing some laundry in between, and anywho, it just takes forever to film and get everything done. So we're getting ready to start on the spaghetti. Charlie is going to have ground beef for his. I'm going to use this old pack of ground turkey that I found in the freezer that I hope is still good for mine. We are going to split the jar of this rose sauce, and then we're going to split the crushed tomatoes between us, and then we will each get a can of the Hunt's diced tomatoes with the basil, garlic, and oregano for our sauce. So really for myself, I'm just making sauce. And then for Charlie's spaghetti, I thought that we had more than this, but we only have 3 servings in here. We may have to make him some more spaghetti later in the week or make some of the rotini noodles. We'll see how much this makes up. Normally we have some extra like Barilla pasta in there, but we did not have any. So we're just going to make this for him today and then just play it by ear and see. We may have to make some more spaghetti for him later in the week. And then I just got out some Italian seasoning, oregano, some basil, and some garlic powder. So Charlie is going to help and cook his. We got the water started to heat up to put the linguine in. You ready? No. He loves it when I make him help cook. But you're going to use that skillet for yours? I think that'd probably be best. I thought maybe since you washed it and set it there, that's what you were going to use. Anywho, we're going to get started, guys. So we will just kind of speed through this. We're basically going to brown the meat, add the sauce, add the seasonings. Y'all get the drill. Okay, guys, hopefully you can kind of see what we are about to doing. Charlie has put this ground beef in. I'm going to put my ground turkey in. And then we're going to season up. And then I'm probably going to speed through this somewhat. We shall see. Oh, my battery's gonna die. Can you go get another one? This tiny little spatula, y'all, was supposed to be like that other big white one that I used, but it's a baby one, but we're out of clean spatulas, so I'm gonna use the baby spatula. Our battery's gonna die. Charlie's gonna have to swap it out real quick. It would actually help me cook my meat if I turn my eye on, wouldn't it? I was thinking, I don't hear nothing, it's not cooking. It's because it's not cooking. While the meat is starting to brown up, I'm gonna go ahead and divide out the brioche sauce. So there is 24 ounces in here, or 680 grams. So I'm just gonna measure 12 ounces into this big measuring cup for me, and then same thing on the Hunt's tomato sauce. There's 28 ounces in there, so I'll do 14 ounces. So I'm gonna do 12 and 14, that way it is divided, and then Charlie will get the rest. Alright, so I've got 13.85 ounces of the crushed tomatoes there, so that is good. This one is the one that actually counts points, so I'm more concerned about getting this one more accurate. So we want 12 ounces. 12.3, so that's fine. And then Charlie will get the rest of each of those, and then we'll each get a can of the diced tomatoes as well. I'm just going to go ahead and put mine in there so that I can just dump the whole thing into my meat once it's ready. So I'm just going to cook this for like 7 minutes, Charlie.
How did we end up here in the corner, looking like enemies? We used to be the team people talk about, what a chemistry. I can see it in your eyes. You don't wanna talk anymore. I wanna get so numb while we enemies. No, you don't mind the way I stutter my words. You know exactly what it means and how it hurts. Oh, I can't believe you're here. Can't get any worse, no.
Okay, I think my turkey is cooked through. I'm going to go ahead and add in all of my sauce, which is quite a bit, but it's going to be delicious. Then we're going to go in with a few more seasonings. We're going to add some garlic powder, some basil. I'm sorry if it's loud, that spaghetti is really boiling now. Some Italian seasoning, some oregano, and then we'll just go in with a little more salt and pepper. Okay, that's pretty much all there is to it. Charlie's just now getting his sauce in his, and he'll have to season his up, but then I will show y'all once we plate it up. I'm just going to divide this into 3 portions of my sauce, and then we will zoodle the zucchinis on the knife that we have the spaghetti. Okay guys, I am ready to plate up my sauce. Charlie's is still cooking, and then he's just going to divide his into 3 containers, the same as me, which you will see at the end. But I'm just going to eyeball this, and I will have my 3 servings of sauce. And I can't remember exactly what the points come out to on this, but I feel like it's 3 points per serving. But again, I will have everything linked below, the link to my WW app. And of course, you can always make 0-point marinara, and then if turkey is 0 for you, then it would be 0. And you could have a 0 meal if you just had the zoodles and the sauce. So lots of ways to cut on points and get your veggies in. See, I'll probably earn points for eating like 2 whole zucchini each night. Here is the completed marinaras. The 3 in the front are mine, and then these are Charlie's with the ground beef, and then he has his linguine sitting over there. He would just put it in a container, and then each night like measure out however much linguine he wants, and then he will have his container of sauce to go along with it. Again, I have zucchini, so we will just zoodle that fresh. I will try to show that one night the way Charlie zoodles it. We just use one of those. Where's the little thing at? I'm so fancy. We got one of these things at TJ Maxx or somewhere for like $6.99. So that's what we zoodle it with. Pop it in the microwave for about 3 or 4 minutes, and it's perfect. Squeeze some water out of it if it's a little liquidy, and that's what I do for my zoodles. So easy peasy. Now let's make some garlic rolls and some chocolate cookies. Okay, I am ready to make the garlic rolls. So I'm going to use 1.5 cups of self-rising flour. I'm just using the White Lily self-rising. I have all-purpose and self-rising in here. I keep all of my flour and cornmeal and things like that in the freezer, by the way, just to make sure that no bugs or anything get in it. So I'm going to do 1.5 cups of that, and then I'm going to do 2 tablespoons of garlic powder, and then I'm going to mix that really well into the flour, and then we'll add in the yogurt. 1, 2. And I do actually put the garlic powder into my recipe builder in Weight Watchers because it ends up being a point or 2, I think. So I'm just going to mix that real quick, and then we are going to measure out a cup of the non-fat Greek yogurt. Any brand will do. I just prefer the Chobani. A lot of people prefer the Fayet. I like the Sam's Club brand too. It really doesn't matter to me that much. I'm hoping that we have enough yogurt in here to get exactly a cup. Okay, so that was perfect. That's just slightly more than a cup, but we're just going to go ahead and use it up. Now I'm going to mix with my spoon this mixture until it's kind of crumbly. Then I'm going to go in with my hands. So I took my rings and stuff off. Plus, once we roll the rolls out, it's going to be kind of messy on my hands because of the way I use the butter spray. So we're just going to mix it until it's kind of crumbly. Then we get to go in with our hands and knead the dough. Alright, time to get messy. This is probably going to be a little stickier than normal since I used a little bit more of the yogurt. Some people use a 1-to-1 ratio, but I don't like to use that much yogurt. It makes it real sticky. So I'm just going to sprinkle a little bit of flour on here because it's so sticky. I'm just going to sprinkle a little more flour in there. I knew when I used that extra little bit of Chobani yogurt I would regret it, but it is fine. Okay, I'm going to wash my hands, then we're going to weigh it and see how much we need to make each roll. We want 18 rolls, so I like to weigh it in grams divided by 18, and then I know how many grams to make each roll. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is weigh this in grams, which I've already put it on there and it's teared out to 0. So I'm going to take it out. So it weighs 525 grams. So I need to see here how much I need. So I'm going to take 525 divided by 18. So 29.16 grams per roll. So I'm just going to aim for 29 grams a roll. And I'm just going to use the butter spray on my hands. I'll wipe this off. And that's what's going to help it from sticking. Which actually, we need to also spray our pan. Spray my pan real good with the butter spray, and then I'm going to spray my hands, and that's what is going to help keep it from sticking. And I'm going to take out until it is -29. That is exactly -29. And then with that butter spray on my hands, it won't stick to my hands. See? Perfect. So I'm just going to keep tearing it out and taking it out until I have 18 rolls.
This time, I've been feeling hopeless till you came around, came around. All this time, you're the only reason I'm not chasing highs, chasing highs. What is love? Lately I've been wondering just what is love, what is love? I don't know. No one ever showed me I've been on my own for too long. But if you hold me now, let me into your heart. Maybe I can start to love again and tend to my scars. Can you show me how? Can you love me without you flaws? 'Cause I'm coming out. I just wanna come alive.
Okay, so now I have my 18 rolls divided out, and I'm just going to spray them generously with the butter spray. And then we're going to take the garlic salt and sprinkle over the tops of them. Okay, now the oven is preheated to 350. They're going in for 12 minutes, but then I'm going to put them up on broil and let them brown on top just for like a minute or two until they are nice and golden brown. So I'll be right back. Okay, here are the garlic rolls fresh out of the oven, looking good, nice and brown on the bottom. And then of course I like to brown the tops just to a light golden brown, and they are so yummy, y'all. Definitely try them. All right, we are ready to get started on the peanut butter chocolate protein cookies. I use 2 protein powders to make these. This is one of them. Both of these are linked in my Amazon store, which is linked down in the description box below. But I use 1 scoop of the PE Science Select Frosted Chocolate Cupcake. Other people have used different chocolate protein powders and it has worked fine. I like this one. It is sweet and it bakes well. Actually, I'm about ready for some more. I need to order some more of this and the birthday cake. Athena likes the birthday cake one. She drinks that sometimes. She's almost drank that one, or she has drank all of it. And then I use 1 scoop of this Matrix peanut butter cookie. Yes, you can substitute PB2. It may not be as sweet, but again, I highly recommend both of these powders, and I have never tried any other ones with it, but other people have. Some have had success and some not so much. Then we are going to go in with about 10 grams of the Hershey's Special Dark Cocoa. Get my scale out to measure that. That's 9, close enough. And then we're going to do just 5 grams of the Jell-O sugar-free chocolate fudge pudding mix. And I'm not going to tear my scale out because it doesn't read until it hits 5. So we are just going to, there we go. That went up from 9 to 15, so we got 6 grams of that. That is okay. And then I like to do a pretty big tablespoonful of the baking powder, which I'm very low on that as well. It's been a hot minute since I've made my cookies. All my ingredients are low. That's all the dry ingredients except for the chocolate chips, which we will add those last. I'm just going to mix that well. And then we will mix in the pumpkin and the egg whites. Okay, so that is mixed pretty well now. I'm going to go ahead and get my pumpkin open. We're going to use just half the can, so there's 425 grams in here, so we'll use about 212 to 215 grams or so. So let me get that open. Okay, so we're going to go in with half a can of pumpkin. There we go, 214, that's perfect. I'll save that, and then we're going to go with about 100 to 150 grams of egg whites. So there's 109. Let's check our consistency. So we're going to go in with just a little bit more egg whites. It's not too bad. It's going to put us at 122. So actually, I think that is a pretty good consistency. If you can see that, it's not too runny, but it is not too thick. And no, these are not going to come out like Nestle chocolate chip cookies. They are more of a soft, chewy texture. Oh, I've got to add my 14 grams of Lily's. I set my scale over there. And that's just the Lily's no sugar added dark chocolate baking chips. You can probably use any of the Lily's no sugar added baking chips. I have put butterscotch in here before, but I couldn't really taste them. That looks good. I'm going to clean up real quick and we will divide into our 12 cookies. And the oven is preheating to 350. Okay, I'm just going to spray this with some of the Pam baking spray. And then we will divide it into the 12 cookies. I'm just going to use my little cookie scoop. We have our 12 cookies ready. They're going in the oven for about 9 to 10 minutes, 350 degrees. Alright, so I literally just pulled the cookies right out of the oven. Do y'all see how they are kind of puffed up? They will flatten out as they cool. I never eat them as soon as they come out of the oven like this because they probably wouldn't be good. They would probably be a little too gooey. In my opinion, they are better to let them cool completely. And I mean completely. I usually don't even eat them like until the next day. I will let them cool completely and then just warm them in the microwave for 30 seconds. Whenever I eat them, I usually have 3 cookies as a serving. 2 cookies is a point, I think, and 3 cookies. No, you can have 1 cookie for 1 point and you can have 2 or 3 cookies for 3 points. At least that was the way it was before the personal points. I have not looked at my calculations since we switched over. But again, I will have the recipe linked down in the description box below. Alright, we have finally finished meal prep for the day. We didn't make our 3:30 time. It is almost 5:30. It's 5:18 to be exact. So takes me twice as long to do pretty much anything, so not too shocking. But I am doing laundry in between, and some of these things just take a lot longer than I anticipated. But it is what it is. But the main thing is we got it done. So over here we have our 7 containers of fruit, 7 containers of yogurt for the week. This is Charlie's marinara to go with his linguine that he has back there. And then this is my ground turkey marinara to go with my zoodles. I don't have my zucchini out, but I do have 6 zucchini in the refrigerator. We will zoodle those up fresh and warm them in the microwave for 3 to 4 minutes, and then they are perfect. Squeeze a little water out of them, put the marinara on them. You can't tell you're not eating spaghetti. Along with those, we have the garlic rolls. These come out to 1 point per roll. They are delicious. I highly suggest that you try them. Here we have our cauliflower fried rice on the bottom, and then our Kung Pao chicken and stir-fry veggies on top. We will pair this with the Chung spring roll and the Thai pie pot stickers, which I said that I would get those out and show them at the end. Let me get them out. I'll show you. I forgot. So these are the Chung's spring rolls, the vegetable spring rolls. Sometimes they have these in egg rolls and stuff like that, but those are going to be more points. But these are 3 points per roll, including the little sauce packet. So that's why I like these. And then these are the Thai pie pot stickers that we like. So this is what the bag looks like. They are chicken pot stickers. And I usually have 2 of them, and I think it is 3 points for the 2 of those. So I think it's 2 points for the meal, 3 points for 2 pot stickers, and 3 points for 1 of these spring rolls. So that comes out to be, what, an 8-point meal? So I think that's pretty good for a nice hearty Asian meal that we love. And then there are my peanut butter chocolate cookies. Those literally just cooled off enough to put in that container. That was the last thing that I cooked today. And then of course I have my bacon and eggs prepared for the week. So overall, I think again I have completed another successful meal prep. Alright guys, thank you so much for joining me for another Sunday meal prep. I hope that you enjoyed this prep today. This was a good one. We've kind of got a little bit of everything in here. I am prepped for the week, for my breakfast, my lunch. Well, I take sandwiches for lunch, but I have my fruit prep for lunch, and I have my dinners prepped for the whole week and my dessert as well. So overall, another great meal prep, and thank you to my Jennifer's Gems that always make it to the end. You know I love you guys, and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys in the next video.
I was gonna stay in the fight with you.